The sad thing, we don't know God. Jesus, I am come that they may know Thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom Thou hast sent. And if we know God, we don't have to know anybody else. If we don't know God, we need to know everybody else. We've totally lost sight of the judgment seat of Christ. Totally. Suppose the Lord is coming today. As you as a pastor, would you welcome Him and say, Lord, my church is the cleanest church in town. We're without spot or wrinkle. We've dealt with divorce. We've dealt with drunkenness. I have the most godly bunch of deacons in Texas or in America. I have the finest group of young people. Lord, I've spent my life preparing the bride. Why doesn't He come? Because the bride hasn't made herself ready. She's filthy. That's right. She's unclean. It isn't rape and all the damnable things in the world that keeps Jesus away. The church is filthy. Holiness has to come. There are three things missing in modern preaching: immensity, intensity, and eternity. There are two things missing in the pew. One is integrity and the other is honesty. But you read about those old Puritans, they had immensity and intensity. There was no dodging the word of God. You felt you were almost being crucified with it. It's my personal relationship with God. He that cometh to God must believe that He is what? That He is able to save to the uttermost, that He's able to keep you from falling. He's able to make you pure in an impure world, as I said the other night. The greatest miracle in the world is God can take an unholy man out of an unholy world, make him holy, put him back in that unholy world, and he can walk in truth and righteousness from here to eternity if he walks through hell. Jesus didn't die to save us from sins. Read Titus 2. What did He die for? To get a peculiar people unto Himself. You know, many of people in your church want to be good. There are not many want to be holy. Who wants a drunken husband? Who wants a rotten, unfaithful wife? Who wants kids that are the smartest dressed in town? Who cares? Ask your children, do you want to be holy? You see, a man isn't saved because he gives up his lousy sins and confesses sins and believes Jesus rose from the dead. The devil believes that. The devil believes in the virgin birth. He witnessed it. The devil believes in the resurrection. He witnessed it. But there's no Christ in the devil. It's Christ in you. Paul says He revealed Himself to me, and then He revealed Himself in me. You'll never forget that if you have that crisis, I'll tell you that. You can argue as much as you like about the second blessing. You come into a crisis where the Christ becomes different, the Word of God lives and vibrates. The losses of men, you see men robbing God every day. Some of your deacons do it. They rob God of time, they rob God of His testimony, they rob God of His authority on them. There has to come a revival of purity in the church. So the two most urgent things to me will be to preach that you may know God. And then I'm going to study about the judgment seat of Christ. But you know what? It terrifies me.